All right, today we're going to learn how to find the square root of a decimal. I said, Mr. Du, you already taught that. Find the square root of the number, count the number placed behind the decimal, cut it in half, and that's the number placed behind the decimal in the answer. That's fine when it's one of those 15 square roots you know, but we don't know the square root of this. And you say, well, then we can use our calculator. And that's the fastest, easiest way to do it, but it's not the way I'm going to allow you to do it. By the way, speaking of that, almost everybody has done fantastic who's turned in the last skills test, both with guess and check and with the algorithm. But I really hope you're using the algorithm, because we're going to get to the point soon that if you don't know how to use the algorithm, then you're going to have trouble doing what I'm going to ask you to do. And again, I'm not going to let you use the calculator when we take a test on this when we're back in school. But anyway, as far as the algorithm goes, I can use the algorithm here. Count every 2 places from the decimal point. By the way, that's every 2 places to the right and every 2 places to the left. By the way, just like when you divide decimals, bring the decimal point straight up in your answer. And now you just repeat the process that we've done with the algorithm. Look at the first mark off, say what number squared is to 28 closest without going over. That number would be 5, because 5 squared is 25. Now, then square it. 5 squared is 25, and then subtract and get a remainder of 3. Again, that's the step that's fairly easy. Now comes that 3-step process that confuses some people. First, get your divisor by doubling the 5 and making it a 10 and put a blank behind it. Then drop your next mark off, which is 51. All right, and then divide the front into the front. 1 goes into 3 3 times. If you put a 3 here, you also have to put a 3 here. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. I didn't guess too big. I can subtract, borrow from the 5 and make it a 4. 11 minus 9 is 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. I didn't guess too little. 42 is less than that. Bring down the next mark off, 56. And again, go up and double the answer at the top, 53. Don't worry about the decimal point. Just double the 53 is 106. Or remember the other way you could do it, add the 3 to 103 is 106. Now divide the front into the front. 1 and the 4 goes 4 times. Put a 4 here and here. 4 times 4 is 16, carry your 1. 4 times 6 is 24 and 1 is 25, carry your 2. 4 times 0 is 0 and 2 is 2, and 4 times 1 is 4. And again, I know I did it right because I got a remainder of 0. And again, that's a great way to practice to see if you did it right, is make sure you get a remainder of 0. If you don't get a remainder of 0, you did something wrong. By the way, the main things you could do wrong is forget to double the answer at the top to get your divisor, or forget to put the number at the top in place of that blank last space. Now, let's look at just one more just to make sure that you got this. Okay, how about this one right here? 252 and 81/100. Once again, if I want the square root of that, mark off every 2 places from the decimal, every 2 places to the right, and every 2 places to the left. And then just do the algorithm. What number squared is closest to 2 without going over? 1. 1 squared is 1. Remainder 1. And now we do our 3-step process. Drop down to 52, the whole mark off. Double the 1 and get 20 something. Divide 2 into 15 goes 7 times, but I would think 7 is going to be too big because of the carryover. Remember, the 7 here goes there too. I would say maybe 6 is a better guess. 6 times 6 is 36, carry your 3. 6 times 2 is 12, and 3 is 15, and I still guess too big. And again, just like with long division, it's okay to guess wrong as long as you know you guessed wrong and you know what to do about it. 6 was too big, try a 5. But remember, if you put a 5 here, don't forget to erase it and put it here too. When you guess wrong, it's easy to lower it here, but you got to lower it here also. 5 times 5 is 25, carry your 2. 5 times 2 is 10, and 2 is 12. I didn't guess too big now. I can subtract, borrow from the 5, make it a 4. 12 minus 5 is 7, and 4 minus 2 is 2. By the way, you said, but Mr. Adu, I guess too small. I guess too small because 27 is bigger than 25. Remember, I told you that happens every now and then. I didn't know it was going to happen here, but I'm real glad it did. Because if one guess is too big, and 6 was too big, and if the next guess is too small, and 5 is too small, go with the guess that's too small, not the guess that's too big. Now you can drop down your next mark off, 81. Double the answer at the top. 15 doubled is 30. Or you could just add 5 to 25 is 30. Now divide 3 into 27 goes exactly 9 times. Put a 9 here and here. 9 times 9 is 81, carry your 8. 9 times 0 is 0, and 8 is 8. And 9 times 3 is 27. And once again, I know I did it right because my remainder is 0. But my answer is not 159, because what did I forget to do? I forgot to bring the decimal straight up in my answer. So the answer is not 159, the answer is 15 and 9/10. So basically, if you want to find the square root of a decimal, you do it with the algorithm the exact same way you find the square root of a whole number, except mark off every 2 places to the right and every 2 places to the left. And make sure you don't forget to bring the decimal up in your answer. So if you really did the algorithm on the other ones, this should be easy. It should be basically more of the same stuff. You will get a skills test to practice this with.